Okay, quick video here. So what I have here is a citrus seed. This is specifically some type of mandarin orange. I don't know exactly what variety, but I'm wanting to try experiment growing some citrus, see what I can do with them. And I got this. So you know those big packets of mandarin oranges that you get that are like they don't never have any seeds. Well, sometimes you can get a seed. This seed I found from my third bag of mandarin oranges. I just take two with me to work that eat for lunch every day. And I found one. I was like, oh, I'm gonna grow it, see what happens with it. Some citrus you can grow from seed, others you can't. So I'm just gonna pop it in the ground and see what comes up. And what I did was I peeled the outside off of them, and it's usually pretty simple to do. I thought that this little white line, you can kind of see it coming from the opposite side of the sprout there. I thought that was what the little sprout part was going to be when it first popped up. So I was like, oh, be super careful, don't break it or damage it or nothing. Nope, just comes out of this other end here, as you can see. So you peel off that outside husk, and then it just looks like this little nub, and then you just put it in a little soaked napkin, and I've had it for a while now. This is the end of March, was it? Yeah, 3/21. So it's only been a couple weeks, and it's sprouting now, as you can see. So I'm just going to pop a little hole here, and I'm going to do it so that little hook on there is pointing down, because that's the way it was when I found it. I try to keep the bag flat with a little pocket of air in it so it doesn't get squished. And I always try to pay attention to that orientation when I open it up to look at them. And I'd open it up every other day just to check on it, to make sure that it was growing. Eventually it got a little dark. It got that sort of earthy color to the outside of that shell. And then just like my lemons that I have growing over here in this guy, they still haven't popped out yet. But I've got 5 in there. At least 2 of them started sprouting, and so I just did, a little star shape to it, because I want to see what happens with those as well. I got a new rosemary because my old one died, unfortunately. My summer squash is the only thing that's really been growing out of all of these. But yeah, so just gonna pop them in like that, cover it up a little bit, give it a little bit of water, and see what happens. So basically, when the leaves come up out of the ground, what's going to happen is there's either going to be 1 or 2. So it's going to be 1 sprout, or there's going to be 2 sprouts that come up out of it. When it comes to citrus, you could have 1 or 2. And when you have 2, the smaller one is the one that you want to remove, because the smaller one will be different from the tree that the fruit came from. The larger, stronger one will be the exact same, and that's usually what you want, just for simplicity's sake, because you don't want to invest years into growing a random tree. You don't even know if you're going to like it or not. Some people do. That's what I'm doing with my strawberries, just for the heck of it, because I enjoy experimenting. But for this, I would just love to get a standard mandarin fruit tree. So I'm going to pay attention to it. If 2 come up, great. I'll just chop the small one. If 1 comes up, it's whatever. But I just like experimenting to see what comes up. I'm going to do the same thing with my lemons. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna soak this guy here in this water here from the ground up. I do that with all of my. Let's get these seeds out of the way. I'm soaking my beans and peas because, unfortunately, only a couple of my peas sprouted, and all of my beans got eaten just because it's been so cold out. If you can't hear, it's raining right now, just because of how cold it's been. So I'm trying to soak some more here, and so far these ones are all doing nicely. But I'd like to see, just like with that lemon, I'd like to see a little bit of a sprout coming out of them before I just dump them in the ground. Otherwise, I think they're just going to get eaten again. So, waiting on that. I'll let this guy soak for a little bit, then I'll get it out in the rain where it can get some water from the top. This soil's just moist enough that I think it'll be fine, but, better safe than sorry. But that's what I got going here. Hope you guys enjoyed.